If you're a Beatles fan like me, or you just appreciate a good snapshot of history, well, you're in for a treat this morning. San Francisco's De Young Museum in Golden Gate Park is hosting a unique exhibition of Paul McCartney's personal photographs from the early 60s. Now, this isn't just about the music legend we all know. It's a chance to see the world through his eyes during a period of unprecedented fame and the whirlwind of Beatlemania. Stepping into this gallery is like time travel. The walls displayed photographs captured by music legend Sir Paul McCartney during the Beatles' first global tour.
These are photographs that he himself took during the Beatles' first world tour, starting from December 1963 through February 1964, when the Beatles visited 6 cities, beginning in Liverpool and London, followed by Paris, and then finally coming to the United States, where they visited New York, Washington, D.C., and Miami. And we really get a sense of their ascent to superstardom, and we get to experience it as the Beatles are themselves. And so what's particularly interesting, I think, about this show is that it gives us an insider's perspective on what it must have been like to be living at the height of Beatlemania, and to be understanding the bonds between the bandmates that allowed them to really survive a period of unprecedented public attention. They were superstars beyond any level that the world had known before. And so we get to experience this as they're, young 20-something-year-old boys, just figuring out what importance they're going to hold for the world, for our cultural history, and we get to see behind the scenes. And so there are some really interesting, beautiful shots where we're privy to the intimate side, the more getting to see the friendship between the band members.
Beyond their historical value, the exhibition reveals McCartney's artistic eye, showcasing his keen sense of composition, framing, and experimentation with blur and movement.
He's taking in all of the sounds, the sights, the American culture, and this is also an opportunity for him to really develop as an artist. And that's what the exhibition also seeks to do, is to show another side of McCartney. We all know and love him as the legendary musician that he is, but it also offers a more robust understanding, too, of McCartney's artistic accomplishments, so that he really had a keen artistic eye, a good visual eye, and actually is a really good photographer.
And these photographs remained largely unseen for decades. It was during the pandemic, while working on an exhibition of his late wife Linda Eastman's photography, that McCartney rediscovered these images.
And McCartney really took to it because he had this foundation of his love of photography. And his brother is a photographer. Then he married Linda Eastman, who's a photographer. His daughter Mary McCartney's a photographer. There's one particular photograph that I'd like to point out, is his self-portrait that he made in London in 1963 that has, I feel, become sort of emblematic of the exhibition. It's a blurry self-portrait in the mirror, and we see the camera. And I love that picture because it encapsulates the idea of the exhibition. It's McCartney with camera in hand, really affirming his identity as a photographer, as an image maker. There's a great scene of fans and reporters chasing the band down 58th Street near the Plaza Hotel in New York, where the band was staying. And it really plunges us into the action and gives us a sense of what it must have felt like to be swarmed by all of these fans and all of these reporters. It really gives us the opportunity to humanize them and understand each bandmate as individuals, as humans, not as these superstars that are untouchable, but these regular guys who were figuring this out as they went along. This has been such an exciting experience for me personally, getting to work on this show. I did not grow up during this time, but really grew up on the Beatles music through my mother, who's a huge fan.
And you can check out Paul McCartney Photographs 1963 to 1964, Eyes of the Storm, at the De Young Museum until July 6th.